how I start things.
Survive 5.
Hall of Famer Tito Santana. Hoping to give.
Hello, hey guys.
Hello there, my very good friends, ATB and Tan, Till 5.
Wedding my jeans, bro!
Ow. I'm the notorious ATB. That's Till 510. We're Till 5 Wrestling, and this is episode 12. We're here to talk about all the good things in the wrestling world, rounding up our year real nicely with the... We're going to start off here with Till 5 takes. Usually we do more in-depth on JCW.
Everything's a little bit different.
Yeah, a little bit different. Till 5 takes. The first thing that we're going to discuss here are the showrunners. Vampiro and Alice Crowley. I mean, it works. I really like Crowley at screwing over Danny Moe. I kept tossing in more people.
The Big L story made me pop. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was crazy how it started out. Well, this is sexual harassment, man. You didn't include me for the showrunner, and just completely berated Russo, and then being like, "All right, I won't let you down, dude. I got you."
Yeah, and then she comes out and messes with the person that they were like, we brought back a JCW Women's Champion. She comes out and keeps messing with Danny Moe to make it harder for her. Now, on the men's side, Kerry Morton had been originally pitched that, but instead, Kerry ends up getting a North American Championship shot later on in the show, and he ends up losing that because of interference thanks to the Ring Rat and Jeeves.
He wasn't ready.
No, he wasn't ready. So Kerry doesn't get the belt. He doesn't get the showrunner position. Instead, Vampiro is back, unfortunately. Why the hell would Russo bring this son of a bitch back when JCW doesn't need him? They definitely don't want his stooge, Madman Pondo, around.
Controversy, cash, and chaos. That's the deal. Vampiro's badass, man. He's a legend. He's great. He is the greatest JCW champion of all time. He's the only man that's taken the JC championship to national television multiple times. And he's got Madman Pondo. And Madman Pondo's a crazy son of a bitch, dude. He's gonna fuck.
Oh, I know he's crazy. I've worked with him before when I was in wrestling.
Crazy bastard, man.
He is one crazy son of a bitch, and I don't know why in the hell Russo would bring these guys back in. Granted, Vampiro seemed to put together a decent show. I thought we weren't doing workers as showrunners. So what the hell? Meanwhile,
don't worry about it.
The whole episode backstage, you got Vito tickled to death to do a piss test.
I love that, dude.
On cocaine. Cocaine finally pisses, and the damn stuff looks like a full glass of Jack Daniels.
Yeah.
And then, sure enough, our friends, the Outbreak, happened to be there with the sweetest hat in the land that was stolen by that bastard Gianni.
Somebody spills piss all over himself.
Yeah, they scare Vito, and he's soaked in cocaine's piss.
And cocaine has once again evaded a drug test.
Yeah, once again, we get to the main event, and it is this great buildup of Too Tough Tony and Willie Mack against St. Clair Monster Corporation.
Good job.
And I love the way that they teased the spot that happened a few weeks ago with the power bomb on the doors. And instead, Willie Mack and Too Tough Tony end up pulling it off and getting the win this time.
This match was basically just big guys beating the hell out of each other.
It was. It was a fun match.
Good.
And then we end the show with yet another monster popping up.
That's right, the Beast Man. Beastman, I know Beastman from his work in Japan and in MLW. He is a lot of fun, and the gimmick's kind of cool. He's got a caveman gimmick.
Well, he comes out tearing the display, the entrance up and everything. Beastman's here to wreak havoc. He's chewing on this bone, and you know, I can't help but think that Jasmine St. Clair is a hell of a manager.
You know, she is a hell of a manager.
And you know where else you could find a good, strong woman manager?
Where?
And our good friends in Stover's Liquidation at their Oak Ridge location. You can reach them at 481 Tulsa Road in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, 37830. You can call them at 865-523-4449. They are closed on Sundays. They're open from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. the rest of the week, though. And they're available 24 hours online at www.stoversliquidation.com. Go see them. Make sure to hug their sweet manager Dolores and tell them that
Do you know who else was a great manager?
who?
Terri Runnels.
This is true. She was, in fact, not only does she deserve a little bit of manager time, but she's notoriously legendary.
That's right. And we'll start right here. We're double taking this one because we're both Terri Runnels fans.
Yeah, we're tag teaming Terri Runnels here, like the Terri Invitational Tournament. Hey, that's how the Hardy Boys and Edge and Christian had their first ladder match.
We'll get into that.
For the managerial services of Terri.
She was originally a makeup artist for some of the guys in WCW. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that's how she got noticed. Her character in WCW, Alexandra York, part of the York Foundation, was really before its time because she used computers and analysis to help her men win matches.
Yeah.
And the same character would work nowadays. It really would. You saw something similar.
It would probably work better nowadays.
Yeah, it would. You saw something similar. I think it was Titus O'Neil and Dana Brooke were doing a similar character.
Kind of,
Yeah. And I think that would have worked nowadays great. She did lead them to the trios titles. Tommy Rich, Terry Taylor, and Ricky Morton.
No, Thomas Rich, Terrence Taylor, and Richard Morton.
Because they were more distinguished with Terry or with Alexandra. And she had the always capable bodyguard, Mr. Hughes, not to be confused with that loser who used to talk about drop kicks, Theo Hughes.
Yeah, that weird guy. Man, you know what I love about the York Foundation is that it just consists of good workers for the time. Everybody in that group at the time was an excellent worker.
Absolutely. And even back then, like I was 5 years old and I thought it was a neat little group.
Yeah, very fun.
But then we get her into the WWF.
Yeah, and this is where I start to know who Terri Runnels is, right? I had a Gold Dust and Terri Runnels action figure when I was a kid. She came in as Marlena.
Yeah, she did. I enjoyed that era too.
I thought it was really cool. The visual of her smoking a cigar, sitting in like a director's chair while Gold Dust was wrestling is really neat.
Yeah, she became very important for a lot of characters in wrestling, not just Gold Dust.
At its time, you could put Marlena managing Tony Storm right now, and it would make perfect sense. And it would
still... well, even you look at her role in, if it wasn't for that character with Gold Dust managing him, would there have been a need for Chyna?
No, that's true.
Chyna debuts, and that's how she immediately looks like a monster. She's ragdolling Marlena around.
And Marlena sold it well, man, because she was good.
Yeah.
She would manage. This would all lead to a point. She would manage Goldust for a couple of years, but lead to a point where Brian Pillman and Goldust were feuding over her. Unfortunately, during this storyline, Brian Pillman passed away.
Yeah.
So that managed her relationship with Goldust. Eventually, dissolved after that. Her partnership with Goldust.
Yeah, and then she would end up doing Pretty Mean Sisters.
Yeah, she would work a little bit, but she was also the on-screen girlfriend of Val Venus.
Oh God!
Yeah,
the less said about Val Venus, the better.
I know. Here's the thing for PMS. I wrote it down pretty simply in the notes. She claimed to be pregnant, and then a couple weeks later, she claimed to have suffered a miscarriage, and then a little while after that, she claimed to have never been pregnant at all.
Yeah,
so
because she was a pretty mean sister like that.
She was a pretty mean sister.
Yeah.
And she had meat. She also had meat during this time.
Yeah, her and Jacqueline, they were wearing out Meat,
Yeah.
making him work too hard backstage, so he wasn't able to compete. The Meat couldn't compete. Eventually, Meat would go to WCW and become Sean Stasiak, and he would get Stacy Keibler pregnant.
Then he would come back to WWF and be Planet Stasiak, but that's a whole other story.
That's a not even a next mid thing. He doesn't even qualify for that. But that's pretty much the end of Terri's managerial services.
You touched on it earlier, the Edge and Christian and
Yeah.
Hardy Boys.
She would manage Saturn for a little bit until Raven would toss Moppy in a wood chipper, and then she'd start managing Raven.
Honestly, while she was managing Raven, and I know that this kind of dissolved really quickly because Raven left the company, but you could have probably worked with that like the way that he used to have Sandman's wife come out with him in ECW. Like Raven with like a female with him made sense to me. Terri Runnels in this role would have been cool, and Raven could have got over as a main eventer.
Yeah, but
we didn't go that route.
Yeah, we didn't. Instead, she would just kind of remain a host and wrestle an occasional match until that was pretty much the end of her career. She kind of fizzled out.
She did a role. She was well liked.
Yeah, she did. She was a hell of a hand. Now, for a more in-depth debate on how good of a manager she is, I think she might be somebody getting the votes to make it into one of our final spots for the manager GOAT.
I think she deserves it, man, especially after doing the research for this episode. She's done more than I've remembered, and she's very memorable.
Yeah, she was. She was a very important manager in the 90s, for sure.
And it's the visuals. Like you said with the York Foundation, it was ahead of its time. She's sitting on the computer with the laptop analyzing her men. And then with Goldust, man, that gimmick's ahead of its time. When she was Marlena hanging out on the director's seat smoking a cigar, she was awesome.
The Pillman storyline was ahead of its time, even.
Yeah. Really, everything about Marlena was kind of ahead of the curve here. If you go back and look through her career.
Well, maybe Marlena could have helped Planet Stasiak become something more than a mid thing. If he had gotten on his own with her, she could have been like his little alien sidekick.
Meat.
Speaking of meat and mid things, Tanner, as I understand it, you were quite the fan of this man.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I grew up in the Ruthless Aggression era, as we all talk about. I remember Chris Masters debuting. I remember the Master Lock Challenge. I thought he was the coolest motherfucker when I was a kid. And I apparently look back on it a lot more fondly than Wikipedia does when I was doing some research for this.
Well, there really wasn't much that Chris Masters did.
No, he really didn't, dude. But I'll tell you a story to extend this a little bit. The Master Lock, I loved it. It's just a full Nelson, okay? But when I was a kid, I didn't know that yet.
Yeah.
But the Master Lock, I thought it was so cool. He did the Master Lock challenges. So when I was in middle school and high school, during the lunch break, if you didn't want to eat lunch at the high school I went to, you could go out into the hallway and mingle until your teacher came to pick up your class.
Mm-hmm.
I would do the Eggers Invitational, Eggers Lock Challenge. And it got to the point, I swear to God this is true, I can fact check this by a lot of people, where there was at least 20 dudes standing around trying to break it, but no one could break it, dude, because I had the Chris Masters advantage. Locking that grip, man. So yeah, the Eggers Lock Challenge was a big thing. Shout out to anybody listening to the show that unfortunately failed to the Eggers Lock.
Well, you weren't quite a masterpiece, but you were quite the ham and egger.
There you go. But back to Chris Masters, he would start in OVW in 03. He would join Raw in 05. He broke Stevie Richards' nose in his first match. That's notable.
He would be part of the New Year's Revolution Elimination Chamber match that Edge would cash in his first Money in the Bank.
It appeared that he was destined for good things during his first run, but he had a lot of wellness violation issues.
Shocking, right? I mean,
and he had a lot of injuries that kept piling up. I think his most notable match might be teaming with Carlito at WrestleMania 22 against Kane and Big Show. for the tag
I
title.
forgot about that match.
I watched that
I've-
DVD 45 times when I was a kid.
See, I remember the Elimination Chamber is what I remember him most for.
Yeah.
He would eventually become he would wrestle in TNA for like 2 seconds, and then he would be an NWA national champion. That's
So yeah, the Adonis. He worked in Ring of King. I know he was big there. That was an Indian promotion that Jarrett kind of helped get going. He was big there. He teamed with Scott Steiner there a little bit. I know he works. He's pretty much worked everywhere.
Yeah.
But he's just a hand.
Really, he never really got past being a mid thing, and that's why he's where he is.
I love you though. Shout out Chris Masters, big fan.
Well, now next, Tan, it's time to do a little bit of a review and recap of AEW World's End.
Yeah, so this is coming off of Full Gear. Was it the last one?
Yeah, the one that me and you both were very disappointed in.
Horrible. Coming off of that, I was not super pumped for this.
But
But
we didn't even have this scheduled until you reminded me. That's the sad thing here.
yeah. So I guess, do you want to start with the pre-show? You're just going to go right in.
Let's just go straight into the actual show.
All right, dude. So you start out with Okada versus Takeshita. I love this match.
Absolutely.
We've been waiting for it. I love the story that was told of Okada needing the screwdriver to beat Takeshita.
And then Okada tossing it under the ring at the end before Callis sees it. It all made sense. It was a great match. I really enjoyed it. Damn near 20 minutes of Japanese excellence.
Yeah, excellent. From there, you go into Moxley and Fletcher. Now, a very interesting tie-in that some people did pick up. Fletcher went looking for the screwdriver. But Okada is a shitty friend and a shitty teammate. So he threw the screwdriver completely out of the way. Fletcher had no way of getting it under the ring. So he got fucked and destroyed by babyface Moxley.
Of note, Moxley chipped the hell out of his tooth in this match on the steps. And I personally felt like it was a little bit of a bad move, how much Shivani was putting over the crowd cheering for Moxley in this match, because I felt like it kind of downgraded Kyle Fletcher's work as a heel.
Agreed. And you should have let the crowd naturally come to this conclusion, which eventually they did, but this was the wrong step.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been great work by everybody here.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
And speaking of fun, we get into one of my favorites of the night, FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang in a Chicago street fight.
Look, we've got a more colorful Juice Robinson again.
I think that means we're getting close.
We are getting close. The sad thing is you've told me that I made a prediction, and I can't remember what my prediction is.
You made a prediction that Juice Robinson, when Jay White is ready to return, that Juice Robinson will be full color. He's adding a little bit every week.
Oh, yeah. All he's got left is the shirt now.
When Jay White's 100%, it's on, dude. He'll be wearing the shirt.
He'll have a full colorful shirt and everything.
Yep, and it's going to rock.
Of course, the Bang Bang Gang don't win the belts. Good match. It was a blast.
They should have. I really wish they would have.
I really wish that Edge and Christian and Cope had showed up during this.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering about them at this point.
I think it's coming. It's just slower because of Copeland's filming schedule.
I get it.
Yeah.
But super duper fun. Next, we go into the Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes and Athena. Once again, we're telling a story here, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that everybody was like, "Oh my god, that move in the corner looks horrible." Or no, sorry, that's later. My bad.
Yeah.
But the tag team title match. Sorry, because we've got the solo champions in here that keep bumping into each other. Everybody's got title belts.
Dude, it's awesome. I like this match. It was fine. The story that I love is that Mercedes is on a losing streak, guys. Mercedes is starting to rack up L's. She's starting to drop belts left and right, and they show her backstage after this match, and she's pissed off because Tony books her against Willow, dude.
Yep. And I think we're going to have a new TBS champion.
I believe you're right. If I am correct about my prediction of where this story is going, I believe we will have a new TBS champion Wednesday.
I wonder if we don't have her like call out Athena for her belt and lose again to her on the next ROH pay-per-view too.
Well,
yeah, I mean, have her keep racking up losses. Next, we get the match that I really didn't care about. I felt like Darby and Gabe Kidd was just thrown on the card.
It just happened.
Yeah.
It wasn't a terrible match. I mean, it was just Crimson Mask City. It just didn't do anything for anybody because I'm not sure what story we were telling here.
No, this Gabe Kidd popping up occasionally through the year doesn't do anything for me.
It really doesn't. Because is he in the Death Riders or is he not? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah. Next, of course, Darby picks up the win. Next, we get. I think this match really should have been saved for later. The Mixed Nuts Mayhem. It was a blast.
I love this match.
I think that should have been the match put in as a cooler
before
the main event.
Fair, and it's a great match.
Yeah, it was a blast. And next we have the women's title match.
Not bad.
I mean,
fine.
What more can you say other than Orange Cassidy and Timeless Tony Storm in the Mixed Nuts match were great together?
Go watch that. Great chemistry.
That it was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. The Mixed Nuts match.
I just thought it was a throwaway.
I didn't even know it was getting put on there.
Yeah.
And then they announced it on the show. I was like, okay, this is fine, I guess. And it ended up being one of the more entertaining matches of the night.
Matches of the night, in my opinion.
I felt like AEW completely redeemed itself for our distaste for.
I think so. I actually, Steel Fibers, I haven't watched AEW, and I took like a 3 or 4 week break, and I came back last week, and I've been watching. I watched World's End, of course, and I'm back, baby. We're back.
We get a really good women's title match.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Statlander and Jamie Hayter with a spot that I actually rewound to see if Jamie got hurt. Yes.
Yep.
And it was perfect execution, perfect selling, perfect positioning by the cameraman even.
Hey, man, pros, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody involved.
I'm curious about who the producer of that match ended up being because that was...
Good question. That was Chef's Kiss. Good stuff.
Speaking of Chef's Kiss, we needed something between these three matches because Jon Moxley and Kazuchika Okada is such a damn good heel that this whole crowd was cheering for a man that they were booing partially. Last week they were booing him out of the building.
But here's the thing, and that's what I was kind of getting at earlier. AEW did a fucking phenomenal job turning Moxley face in the course of a pay-per-view.
Yeah, they did.
They told a story in a fucking show, and it made it worth the continuous watch because it wasn't just matches for the sake of matches.
Yeah, they were laying the pieces with the with the ankle injuries, even going back to Kyle O'Reilly, making him tap with it.
The only complaint you mentioned it earlier is completely right. Shivani oversold this shit in the first match.
Yes, he oversold it, and he oversold Darby Allin being a superhero.
Honestly, Shivani caused the blow of how awesome the face turn was to be softened a little.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I still expected it at that point.
Yeah. If you had given us a swerve of him not turning face, I would have been more surprised. Instead, I was just like, oh, great. So this is what this whole tournament's been about, is turning Moxley face.
You know what? And it fucking worked. And I love it.
Well,
I'm not sure where the Death Riders fit in this equation or how long they fit into this equation because they seemed happy and cheerful when Moxley turned face and cut that pretty awesome babyface promo.
Well, maybe we'll find out this week.
I
know we're going to get an interesting promo from our new world champion this week. That's right. MJF takes home the gold from Samoa Joe and Hangman Page and and Swerve Strickland, who had my favorite entrance of all time.
I guarantee. I figured you would say that.
I mean, I've got a Green Lantern wedding band. I've got a Green Lantern tattoo. I've got a Green Lantern in my living room.
It helps that Swerve's one of your favorites out there.
And I love Swerve Strickland.
I do too.
So I was like, yes, Swerve. Immediately, let's just go ahead and put the belt on him even. I would have been even better with that.
Well, here's
But
the deal.
instead, Max wins it.
I was actually shocked that Max won. Genuinely. That's the last guy in the match I expected to win the match. And I was really happy because I love the way they did it. He basically just walked into it.
Yeah.
He basically just he's an opportunist. Like they used to call Edge the ultimate opportunist. That was executed flawlessly in the main event there.
And I mean, I love Max having the belt. I just wish he was around for more than just the world title. And that's what it's starting to feel like with Max, because we're getting limited with the time that we have him.
Yeah.
You know, Max, stick around, have a good time, take your shoes off, maybe roll into Greenville, Tennessee, go see our good friends at Green Hemp Company, because they're rolling in the foothills of the Smokies at 2560 East Andrew Johnson Highway, Suite 3 in Greenville, Tennessee at 423-609-7138. Give them a call. Tell them that Till 5 sent you. Reach out to our good friend Hot Donna and all the nice folks at Green Hemp Company. They're open from 9 a.m. until 10 p.m. Monday through Friday, and from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. on Sundays. So go by and see them. Again, that's 2560 East Andrew Johnson Highway, Suite 3 at Green Hemp Company. All right, Tan, as we're closing out our season here, let's talk about the year in review.
I want to know, first of all, ATV, who to you is the wrestler of the year?
Shit.
And let me tell you why it's Bandito.
I mean, I'm fine with that.
I'm
fine with Bandito.
I predicted it actually on the show months ago, and you said as long as he doesn't get injured.
And he's not gotten injured.
Bandito is the fucking man, dude.
I'll concede Bandito is indeed the fucking man.
He is the man. That's the wrestler of the year to me. Bandito has had a fucking sweet year. Great tag team with Brody. Awesome Ring of Honor champion run. I feel like he has restored relevance into the Ring of Honor championship.
I'm interested to see if we go with maybe Brody, Mascara Dorada, and Bandito as a trio.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
and when Buddy comes back, throw him in.
If Buddy ever comes back.
Buddy's coming back.
Still having nerve issues, and I think he'll be in the WWE when he does.
No, Buddy's coming back. He signed a 5-year. He's locked in until like 2028 or something.
Well, speaking of contracts, let's start off with let's go all the way back to January. We have the last year of John Cena. It's sad to see him go, and they fumbled it.
Well, it made it not so sad. It actually made it even more sad because they fumbled it so bad. Like, not only is John Cena not going to wrestle again, but they did it. The last year could have not happened, and I would have been happier with
it. I don't know. It was nice to see him say goodbye at least. I imagine that's what we're going to get out of Chris Jericho. Speaking of contracts, as his AEW deal is ending here soon-ish, already done, whatever, and you know where he's going.
Supposedly as soon as next week.
Yeah. So we'll be.
Chris, just want you to know if you ever see this, I love you, man. It's a shame that you're doing this to us, really, but I know that the majority of the AEW fans are glad to see this.
I'm not necessarily glad to see it. I mean,
WWE marks that shit on you for the last 5 years are now welcoming you back with open arms, like they love you and you're the GOAT. I just want to say that I've never wavered from you being the GOAT. I hope you enjoy the Saudi blood money, you fucking asshole.
Speaking of this year in review, somebody that we have both been very pro all year since the start of Till 5 really is Vince Russo.
Correct.
He's
Big year
kind of
for
shot back into wrestling.
Yep. This JCW thing from Vince Russo, it's been awesome. Definitely check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, he's introduced us to the Outbreak, and that's been so much fun.
He's introduced us to a few guys, man, and it's good stuff.
Yeah. Somebody that's been reintroduced this year in wrestling is Austin Theory.
The jury's out on that. It just happened.
I told you what I wanted him to do, man. It should have been him that ended Cena's career. That would have made him a much bigger deal.
Oh, you mean tell us more?
Yeah, I know, right? Because Cena was the man that he lost his Money in the Bank title shot to.
Telling a story is unfortunately lost in the whole of pro wrestling, except for JCW right now.
Well, AEW has their own version of storytelling. You just have to watch every little thing they put out to follow it.
Shut up and cut a promo, bitch. That's what I say. Shut up and cut a promo.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Chill out, promo, take your shoes off.
Speaking of shutting up and cutting promos, somebody else this year that they've if you look at where he was in January versus now, Jey Uso. He wins the Royal Rumble in January. He's tag teaming again with his brother and world champion, tag team world champion at the end of the year. This is the man who made Gunther tap.
It was the wrong move from the get-go. But see, that's the thing with WWE now that we've learned, especially this year, is that it's for the TikTok pop.
Yep.
So something like Jey Uso is going to happen over and over and over with a different random star. Maybe
And
next Xavier Woods, and they'll get the TikTok pop.
There's part of me that is very sad to quit watching because I've watched the Royal Rumble every year since 1997.
Same. This will be the first Royal Rumble that I've never watched.
And same goes for WrestleMania. Like your whole life, and
I've watched it my entire life.
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking to say goodbye to it, but it's not the company that I loved.
This has been the year of real acceptance in pro wrestling, where yeah, man, I got to draw the line somewhere. And it's not. It's genuinely, to me, it's not a fucking IWC AEW versus WWE thing. Like the product genuinely sucks, and if you actually believe that WWE is a good product as an adult, you're fucking selling yourself short, man.
Well, and on top of that, if you're going to tell me that WWE is good and then shit on JCW, there's something really wrong with you. I can't stand to look at the damn ring or any weapon they pull out in WWE at this point because
disgusting. It really is. It's disgusting.
I'm waiting on the Snickers kendo stick to show up or some bullshit like that.
Snickers bar.
That's what's going to fucking happen. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a giant.
Xavier Woods will fucking retire Brock Lesnar or something for the TikTok pop, and then by the end of the year, he'll be fucking blowing a trumpet again. Trombone.
Thankfully, as we round out the year, Andrade is finally a free agent again. So
come home, Andrade. We're ready for you, man.
Show up in AEW this week, please. And
JCW. Show up in JCW.
That would be a fucking blast.
Show up in JCW as a partner to Mega Wolf.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen, but it'd be cool. We've both kind of. I'm still shitting on the Death Riders at the end of the year.
I mean, yeah, it's still.
I'm over it. I was over it very quickly. I was over it before the year began.
It's not it, man.
No, we've managed to make Kyle O'Reilly a main event guy now.
It's unfortunate that he suffered an injury right at the peak.
Yeah, and another guy that's cemented himself as a main event guy in AEW, to me at least, is Kyle Fletcher. I mean,
Kyle Fletcher, unfortunately, was the shortest forever champion I've ever seen with the TNT Championship. But what a freaking year, dude. What a run for him in general, dude. It all happened based on happenstance because Mark Davis got injured originally.
Yep.
This would have never happened.
No, Kyle has put in the work and proven himself as somebody you can depend on for matches, just like you can Will Ospreay. And I think Kyle might be better on the mic.
Kyle's definitely better on the mic than Ospreay.
And so at this point, maybe
Kyle is honestly, he's the perfect wrestler, if we're being honest.
He is. He's got the right look. He's got the right build. He's got the mic skills.
WWE, they better be careful because WWE is going to be foaming at the fucking mouth to get their hands on Fletcher.
Yeah, 2026 needs to be the year of Kyle Fletcher
Yep.
and the year of the Juggalos.
Whoop whoop.